The Dhammapada, verse 304. The good can be seen from afar. Dure santo pakasenti, himavanto va pappato, asante tha na dissanti, rati khitta yatha sara. Like the Himalayas, the good are visible even from afar. Like arrows shot in the night, the wicked are not seen even though they may be near. Distance is not the problem. Chula Subhadda. Both Anathapindika and Ugga studied under the same teacher when they were young. Ugga had a son, while Anathapindika had a daughter. When their children came of age, Ugga asked for the consent of Anathapindika to the marriage of their two children. After the marriage, Chula Subhadda, the daughter of Anathapindika, had to stay in the house of her parents-in-law. Ugga and his family were not followers of the Buddha. Sometimes they invited naked ascetics to their house. On such occasions, her parents-in-law would ask Chula Subhadda to pay respects to those naked ascetics. Feeling shy and not being used to seeing naked ascetics, she refused to comply. Instead, she told her mother-in-law about the Buddha and his unique qualities. On hearing this, the mother-in-law was very anxious to meet the Enlightened One. She even agreed to let Chula Subhadda invite the Buddha to their house for alms food. So, Chula Subhadda prepared food and collected other offerings for the occasion. She then went upstairs and, looking towards the Jetavana monastery, she made offerings of flowers and incense and contemplated on the unique qualities and virtues of the Buddha. She then spoke out her wish. Venerable Sir, I respectfully invite you and your noble bhikkhus to our house tomorrow for almsgiving. May this invitation of mine be made known to you by this symbol and gesture. Back at the monastery, Anathapindika, the father of Chula Subhadda, approached the Buddha to invite him to have alms food in his house the following day. But the Enlightened One replied that he had already accepted Chula Subhadda's invitation for the next day. Anathapindika was puzzled at the reply and said, But Venerable Sir, Chula Subhadda does not live here in Savatthi. She lives far away from here. The Buddha said, True, householder, but the good are clearly visible, as if they are in one's very presence, even though they may be living at a distance. The next day, the Buddha went to the house of Ugga, the father-in-law of Chula Subhadda, with his bhikkhus. Seeing the Buddha in his splendor and glory, the parents-in-law of Chula Subhadda were very much impressed, and they paid homage to him. After the offerings, the Buddha delivered a religious discourse. From that day onward, Ugga and his family became ardent followers of the Enlightened One.